When I first read this article, it was shocking, eerie, surprising, fascinating, and kind of exciting. I never really got to dive into different cultures like I've been able to with this assignment reading. When I started going over the article, there were details with the different rituals that kind of just shocked me. Then there were details about pregnancy and the secrecy behind it that fascinated me, as well as the details about the language only the medicine men knew. The silence and how the appearance of people matter so much, the sacredity of the mouth, and other pieces of evidence was truly a whirlwind to go through. The communication pattern that I found in the article would be more of a nonverbal communication pattern because in this culture, speaking was limited. There was a high sense of symbolism within the shrines and the homes as well as the temple of the medicine men. According to https doi.org, an article written by Miner, which was written in 1956, states that appearances were important in this culture. There were rituals to make the fat skinny and feasting rituals to make the skinny fat. It also shone through how religiously they see money and finances. They are very strong when it comes to marketplace and political ideologies. When there is a culture that has a non-verbal communication pattern, they tend to have symbolism everywhere. They would have strong marketplaces. There would be languages or passages only the highest ranking citizens, like in this case the medicine men, would know. The symbolism stems from the temple where the children would say the temple is where people would go to die. The marketplaces were always a strong suit. Things were always being sold, and the wealth was their religion. The body ritual is one that is well known, shock, shocking, and kind of disturbing. Scraping of the skin, poking, prodding, and torturous practices that were meant to make the sick better, which in most cases the people who were in having the ritual take place on them died of infections or things that went wrong in the ritual. The ritual of the mouth is another fascinating ritual that took place. The teeth would be drilled into, and hair from animals would be shoved into the person's mouth. It was fascinating to see what they would do in order to keep the mouth a sacred part of the body. Communication within this tribe has changed over time, like with any culture in the pre-Columbian era. When the new settlers came into play, it changed the way the tribe communicated. Before it was with wealth, symbols, and rituals. Then after the settlers came in, it became obvious in order to survive there would have to be changes in communication. They had to learn forms of English to communicate, barter, and trade. They had to learn how to write in English. Slowly over time, with the settlers and the invasion of the English and other Europeans, came the slow and meticulous change of culture and language. They reluctantly subsided to the ideals of the Europeans and their culture changed. After the Europeans showed they were not going to go anywhere, they decided to take back what culture they had left, teaching and showing their children and grandchildren. Through the 1950s, where their mysterious decline started, by the 1960s there were few remaining people of this tribe. The culture of the tribe could be seen as beneficial or harmful to American society. This would be based off opinion, I think. They had practices with the mouth that would show us the basis for dentistry. Their market strategies also helped aid in the development of our markets as America grew into the land that we know. These few things and some other things they have shown us could be seen as beneficial to American society. There is such a darker side to the story as with everything else. There were horrible rituals for magic that were used for medicine, although Europeans were sort of on the same boat when it came to the poor understanding on how the body works. In the 1600s, there was magic being used as medicine by the Europeans, and the same was going on with this tribe. So there are a lot of things you could say were beneficial, and a lot of things you could say were harmful to American society.